Hi everyone, in this video we are going to talk about how we can determine the electronic configuration from the IE graph of successive elements. Please note that you should not confuse this with the successive IE graph. They have very different explanations. So I presume you know the concepts behind plotting the IE graph of successive elements. So the first thing that you need to take note of is the general trend across the period, right? The trend down the group, alright, and also the different points where it dips. So the general shape of the graph should look like this, right, as it moves along. So there are 3 points that you should look out for. This is point number 1, point number 2, point number 3. So this is where P1 occurs. This is where P4 occurs. This is where P6 occurs. Then this is the next shell, alright, where you have your S1. So I will actually call this NP1, NP4, NP6, and this will be N plus 1 S1. So simply by looking at the biggest drop over here, it gives us a very good point to determine our electronic configuration. So what you want to do at the start is to take a look at your diagram and look for the biggest drop. Alright, and this is clearly the biggest drop, so I would actually name this as NP6. Alright, so this is just your working. You shouldn't be presenting that in your answer. Alright, so other people would write N as to NP6. Right, so if I were to count backwards, this will be P5, this will be P4, P3, P2, and so on. Alright, so this will be the next shell, so it will be N plus 1, S1, this will be S2. Alright, and do take note that there is the second IE over here. Alright, so this means that at the end of the day, all you need to do is to add back the electron. So since the electron has already been, one electron has already been removed, the second IE talks about the second electron. This is NP6 now, but originally, in the first IE, it actually has one more electron, so it was supposed to be over here. So the original electronic configuration of the atom is NP6, N plus 1, S1. Right, so some questions will give you the value of N, some questions will require you to find the value of N. You simply have to count the number of species left in the graph, right, the number of electrons that are allowed, and then you will be able to figure out the answer. Right, so that is essentially how we can determine the electronic configuration from an IE graph of successive elements.